Hi everyone, Richard Carlton here. I'm here with
Nick Hunter?
and Nick Hunter. You have a history in the FileMaker community, right?
I have some.
You worked on the WebDirect team.
Yes, I was part of the original team of 4 people working on a small project, and that became WebDirect.
So you were part of the inspiration behind this, I guess.
My role there was to keep the philosophy of FileMaker.
Okay.
Not going somewhere where it's not FileMaker. To keep the guys to stay in the FileMaker realm, the FileMaker philosophy, the FileMaker way of things.
So of course, people watching this video, and this is an introduction video, and of course they're wondering, what's WebDirect?
WebDirect is a representation. It's a projection of a FileMaker solution in your computer through the web.
So for the layman or the person who's kind of new to FileMaker, obviously they've probably been exposed to FileMaker Pro or Pro Advanced, and they're used to that. And then they can put a solution up on a server or in the cloud, and they can access it with other copies of FileMaker Pro and even Go on the phone or iPad. So this is another way. This is a third way of accessing.
That's the third way to access FileMaker solution. Okay. So as at the difference that when you access your solution with the web, you don't run the solution in your computer. You run the solution in the server. Okay, so that is the difference. Absolutely nothing happens on the browser. That's why I'm saying it's an image of your solution, because nothing happened in your computer. Everything happened on the server.
And that's really an important distinction. I think what you're going to see in these videos is, at least in the next several videos that we do, is the idea that you're going to build a solution with FileMaker Pro, even if you're building it for Go. Or if you build it for WebDirect, you're going to always build it with Pro, but you have to build it with the client in mind, right, Nick? I mean, you're building it with the end user in mind, but with what they're going to access it with, right?
If you want to be successful on building solution for WebDirect, you have to think WebDirect. It's another way to think, and you have to throw away pretty much half of what you know about FileMaker, because WebDirect, it's working on the web. The web is a platform by itself. The web, it's a platform. So we have to deal with the rules, the impediments, and the limitation of the platform. We cannot do otherwise, because we're using a platform that has a lot of limitation.
So as we're building a solution in FileMaker, we're keeping in mind our target audience and how they're going to access it. So it's Pro or Go or WebDirect. And so performance becomes one of the important considerations, right? So
the performance on WebDirect, it doesn't matter the power of your computer, because nothing happened in your computer. So the power of your computer is not because you have a brand new Mac Pro with 32 gig of memory. That won't make a difference. If you have a 2 gigabyte of optical fiber or something, it won't make a difference, because nothing happened on your computer. Everything happened on the server, and the flow of data that is communicating between the server and your computer through internet is very little. The communication between the server and the browser doesn't matter very much. It will make a difference, of course, at one point if you have a dial-up 14,000K modem. Okay, so you know what I mean. Okay, the difference won't be like, oh wow, you won't see a big deal of difference here. Another thing that is very important here is to know that we have exactly the same impediment as any other developer dealing with the web, like Java people or PHP. They have exactly the same problem we have. Nothing happened on the browser. The browser have very little or very small capabilities. Everything happened on the server. For example, when you are streaming a video on Netflix, nothing happened on your browser. What happened is on the server. The server is sending you little bits of videos, right? And you can see the buffer. But everything, the compression of the video and stuff like that happened on their server. FileMaker WebDirect worked exactly the same way. The server is preparing all the data, doing all the data, and sending you a little bit of things to show you things on the display. And your browser is just rendering some of code like CSS and stuff like that. But it's very little, very little.
So that's an important consideration.
Exactly. Yeah. Because now you know, because the server is doing everything, you need to build the solution thinking that way, thinking that everything will be performed on the server and nothing will be performed on the browser. Very, very important. The design, the architecture of your file cannot be like you used to do 10 years ago with using FileMaker. No, it cannot be. You'll have to redefine yourself.
So in the next video, we're going to be talking about more of a technical conversation about how to make WebDirect really work and understanding the mindset that it takes to do WebDirect. For example, I've often been of the case or the opinion that it's hard to do, it's hard to make it look good, it's hard to make it run fast. And so that would lead to conversation here where Nick disagrees. And I love it when people disagree and they can show that I can learn and be better and smarter. And so you have to think WebDirect. And so that's what we're going to cover in the next video. So this is Richard, I'm here with Nick, and we'll see you in the next video.